Example 1, scale and scale factors. Below is a scale drawing of a box in comparison to the actual box. Calculate the scale of the drawing. The width of the box on our scale is 2 centimeters, whereas the width of the box in real life is 12 centimeters. So to find the scale, all I need to do is set up a ratio. So 2 centimeters to 12 centimeters. Nicely here, they're both in the same unit. If they weren't, you would need to convert them to the same unit to start with. From there, I need to spot common factors between 2 and 12. Well, 2 hasn't got many factors, it only has 2 or 1 as factors. Do either of those go into 12? Well, 2 does, so we can divide by that. That leaves us with 1 to 6. Notice I've got rid of the units because now we don't need them because we know they're both the same. So there's the scale of this drawing. It's 1 to 6. You could have, of course, done this with the heights instead. You could have used 3 and 18. I can show you that quickly. So 3 centimeters to 18 centimeters. They're both in the same unit. Dividing them both by 3 gives you 1 to 6 again. As long as you're using equivalent sides, as in you're using 2 heights and using 2 widths, then you're fine. The second you start mixing, so say for example, I wanted to use the 3 and use the 12, those aren't equivalent lengths. One's a width, one's a height, so they don't correspond to each other, so then you would get a mistake. Example 2, calculating lengths. Below is a scale drawing of a ball. The actual ball has been enlarged by a scale factor of a ninth. Calculate the diameter of the actual ball. So remember, when you use a scale factor, you take the actual dimensions times by the scale factor, and then that gives you the scale drawing dimensions. So in this case, we want to go backwards, and we're going to want to do the scale drawing dimensions divided by our scale factor, and that will give us the actual dimensions. So in this case, that's 4 divided by a ninth. Now, this isn't easy. You may have a calculator which makes it a lot easier, which would give you 36. Remember, dividing by a fraction is the same as actually timesing by the bottom and then dividing by the top of the fraction. So this is the same as doing 4 times by 9 and then dividing by 1, which again would give you 36. Of course, we need to add some units to this. Because the units of the scale drawing were in centimeters, the units of our actual dimensions are going to be centimeters as well. If you found this video useful, why not try the Topic test on our learning platform? Here you can answer a series of questions and get instant feedback on how you've done in a written solution format that explains exactly how to solve the problem.